Scope, Abu Emera and Lamiaa Ebrahim. Dear listeners, hello and welcome to a very special and a last edition of Scope in 2025. Today, we step beyond the flashing lights of Hollywood to analyze the cinematic landscape of the year. This year wasn't just about financial gains, it was a testament to how franchises are evolving to meet a more demanding audience. We examine the top domestic grossers not just as products, but as cultural benchmarks. Let's dissect the year's most significant releases. The first one, a Minecraft movie. This film attempts the impossible task of giving a linear narrative to a sandbox world. It explores the concept of creation itself, following four outsiders who must find their agency in a world defined by rigid structures. While the visuals were debated, the film's success lies in its meta-narrative addressing the player's experience. Jack Black's Steve serves as a mentor figure, reflecting the veteran gamer's perspective. It's a bold experiment in surrealist cinema for the masses, pushing the boundaries of how we adapt non-narrative IP. The second movie is Lilo and Stitch, a grounded exploration of Ohana family. It delves into the grief of two sisters trying to survive social services, using the alien Stitch as a metaphor for the outsider trying to find a home. Unlike other remakes, this version leans into the naturalism of Hawaii. The decision to use Chris Sanders' original voice maintains the emotional continuity of the 2002 masterpiece. Lilo and Stitch, a rare example where the live-action medium adds a layer of social realism to a fantastical premise. We move to the third movie, Superman. James Gunn moves away from the dark deconstruction of the character. This film is a study of moral stoicism in a cynical world, exploring how a man with godlike power chooses to remain human. David Corenswet's performance is a return to classical heroism. The cinematography emphasizes bright, hopeful palettes, contrasting with the gritty aesthetics of the previous decade. It is an essential tonal reset for DC, prioritizing character psychology over mere spectacle. Dear listeners, you're listening to a special edition of Scope, and we move now to Jurassic World Rebirth. This chapter shifts towards eco-thriller territory. It asks a profound ethical question. To save the human race, must we exploit the prehistoric life we brought back? The return to animatronics is a stylistic choice that honors the Spielbergian sense of awe. Scarlett Johansson brings a noir intensity to a franchise that was becoming too cartoonish. Jurassic World Rebirth marks a transition from disaster movies to survivalist drama, focusing on the tension between nature and science. We move to the fifth movie, Wicked, for good. The grand finale of a tragedy. It's a political allegory about how villains are manufactured by systems of power. The focus is on the radicalization of Elphaba and the moral compromises of Glinda. The live vocal performances provide an emotional rawness that studio recordings can't mimic. The production design is a masterclass in world building through practical sets. Wicked, for good, is a sophisticated look at the grey areas of morality, proving that musicals can be deeply intellectual. We move now to Zootopia 2. Under the guise of an animation, it's a neo-noir procedural. It tackles the complexities of integration and prejudice as a new species enters the delicate ecosystem of Zootopia. The introduction of Ke Huy Quan's character adds a layer of sly wit to the investigation. The animation details from fur texture to urban architecture is industry-leading. It continues the trend of social commentary animation where the message is as vital as the medium. Our seventh movie on the list is Sinners. Set against the backdrop of the Jim Crow era, this is gothic horror at its best. It explores the monsters born from systematic oppression and familiar secrets. Ryan Coogler uses horror as a vehicle to discuss historical trauma. The cinematography uses shadows to build a sense of existential dread rather than relying on jump scares. Sinners is a pivotal film that proves genre cinema can be a high art form of social critique. Our eighth choice on the list is The Fantastic Four: First Steps, an exploration of retro-futurism. It's about a family of scientists facing the sublime, the terrifying vastness of the cosmos in the form of Galactus. The 1960s setting isn't just an aesthetic, it's a thematic choice reflecting the space-age optimism versus the fear of nuclear annihilation. The Fantastic Four: First Steps is a period piece that feels more modern than most contemporary superhero films. We move now to number 9, How to Train Your Dragon. A coming-of-age epic centered on the subversion of toxic masculinity. Hiccup's journey is about choosing empathy over conquest in a warrior culture. The translation of Toothless to a realistic creature is a triumph of visual effects that doesn't lose the character's soul. How to Train Your Dragon is a meditation on our relationship with the animal kingdom and the environment. And at last, we've reached movie number 10, Captain America: Brave New World. The movie is a geopolitical thriller that explores the burden of a symbol. Sam Wilson must navigate a world of espionage where the lines between ally and enemy are blurred. Harrison Ford's presence adds gravitas to the political landscape of the MCU. The film relies on practical stunts and intense dialogue rather than cosmic magic. Captain America: Brave New World is a study of individual integrity within a corrupt institution. Dear listeners, 2025 has shown us that cinema is moving away from the formulaic and towards the thematic. Whether through the lens of a blocky game or a political thriller, these films invite us to think as much as they invite us to watch. Thank you for joining us in this special edition of Scope. All the best from the team of the program, Abu Emera and Lamiaa Ebrahim.